Started. I just want to welcome everyone to our first ever Fall Informational. So if you don't know who we are, we're a new organization at Texas A&M this year. We're called the Future Agriculture and Life Science Leaders, also Fall. We've derived from the freshman leadership experience, which is some of y'all have heard of that or know what it is. Basically, we just changed to be more inclusive and it allows us to kind of have a bigger impact across campus. But we still have a lot of similarities in that we really target freshmen, sophomores, transfers, and teaching people about leadership and business professional skills. But we'll get more into that later. I guess we'll just start with introductions. If you want to go to the next slide, Peyton. Okay, so I'm Morgan. I'm the director. My major is animal science and ag economics, and then I have a minor in agri-food sales.
Is that it for your
Yeah,
introduction,
it
Morgan?
was going to be a brief introduction. I was like, I thought you were frozen.
I didn't know. I thought you were frozen. Howdy, everyone. My name is Peyton Ramsey. I am the assistant director for the upcoming year. I am a junior animal science major with a minor in agricultural communications, and I am originally from Garrison, Texas.
Hey guys, my name's Maddie Heil, or Madison Heil, doesn't really matter. I'm the Connections Committee Chair person. My major is Animal Science, and I'm from Georgetown, Texas.
Hello, everyone. My name is Max Valadez. I am a junior agricultural leadership and development major with a minor in youth development, and I am from Corpus Christi, Texas.
Howdy, my name is Hannah Little, and I'm serving as the membership chair this year. I am a sophomore marketing major with a minor in cybersecurity, and I'm from Corpus Christi, Texas.
Howdy, everybody. My name is Riley Lux. I am your outreach committee chair this year. I'm an animal science major, and I just added the AgCom double major, and I am from Schulenburg, Texas.
Howdy, y'all. My name's Katie Mursky. I'll be the social committee chair. My major is biomedical sciences, and I'm from Brenham, Texas.
Yeah, so now to get into what we are exactly, our mission for Future Agriculture and Life Science Leaders is to serve as a voice for all students within and outside our college that have a passion for agriculture and life sciences. And then we also want to create students who are going to be agents of change throughout their impact on campus and then also in their communities. So we formed this organization with 3 goals. We want to unite students of all classifications, majors, and interests through just different network opportunities, industry experiences, and open college events. We also want to develop student leaders and further their potential and leadership within their college community and future careers. And then we also want to create a strong desire in everyone to advocate on behalf of agriculture and life sciences to create this greater impact outside of our industry. So now I'm going to let the chairs just kind of get into what they're doing on their committees this year, and this is going to give more insight on like what we kind of have planned for the year. So we'll start with Maddie.
Okay, so as I said, I'm the Connections Committee Chair, and our committee, or my committee, is really about like networking, getting involved within the college, within, whatever your interests are, professionally or just, like hobbies and stuff. So we hosted the AGLS open house last week. And we're hoping to do faculty lunches or some sort of interaction with faculty or industry professionals so that you guys can get the chance to talk with them and interact and just learn about stuff. And then, yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, hello again, everyone. So leadership committee and kind of my role for fall is to craft the different meetings that we have and the topics that go with those, along with working with really high level, high energy speakers that really want to invest in our membership and help them develop into better leaders on campus and within the college. Previous things we've done in the past, people have been members of this committee have been working directly with those guest speakers and really digging deep into conversations about what it is that our members want as a student leader and what they feel they can improve upon and what those speakers can bring to us. So my committee is really focused on investing back in your fellow members and really honing in on those leadership skills that make you stand out at such a large university like Texas A&M and with such a prestigious college like the College of Ag and Life Sciences. But yeah, I think that covers it pretty well.
So the membership committee is in charge of planning events that help increase membership in our organization. We also focus on helping members grow professionally by teaching them skills that translate into the workforce and by expanding their network. We will also be evaluating how to engage our members in our organization and help them participate in a professional starter kit as well. And now I'll pass off to Riley to talk about outreach.
Okay, so the outreach committee is a little bit different than something that we did in the past with freshman leadership experience. Instead of being advocating for agriculture and life sciences and kind of just digging deeper into what we're studying or what we're interested in. So what the slide reads is the outreach committee focuses on the industries our college is dedicated to learning about. The committee will be in charge of finding ways to connect the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences to different student bodies across campus. We will accomplish this by reaching out to fellow students and community members on their views of agriculture, as well as advocating for positive advances in the studies of those in the agriculture and life science industries. So we're going to try to tie agriculture and life sciences to a lot of different places on main campus and in the community so we can get a better education force out there.
So the social committee is focused on building relationships with all of our members and making this organization feel like a family. Other than social events, this year we're also incorporating community service events into the social committee to support the Bryan College Station area. This semester, I'm finding new ways to host social events and offer community service opportunities with mostly online events, but possibly and hopefully hosting a few in-person socials. Uh, all in all, the social committee is designed to help you develop connections with other students and make this organization feel like home. The first social for fall, it's not going exactly as we originally hoped and planned for, but it'll be September 1st, which is this upcoming Tuesday, from 5 to 7 in lot 97, which is right next to the AgriLife Center. Just a quick note, masks are required for this event, but it is a fun way for us to meet all of you personally, and you get a popsicle, so I think it's a win-win.
Yeah, so getting into how the semester is going to run, because we've already seen the classes, everything's a little bit different. All of our meetings are going to take place on Zoom, and that's pretty much the only event we can hold this semester. We're going to look into trying to do like socials and some other things, socially distanced, of course. But we will keep y'all updated with that. But these are some of the meeting topics to look forward for this semester or in the spring. And then on top of that, we are completely opening up our org this semester. We will not be having an application or dues just because of the lack of events that we can hold. And then we wanted to just go ahead and start this organization because we are brand new. So yeah, it's just gonna look a little bit different, but we still want to engage and give y'all something that's easily accessible and some kind of content and learn some stuff this semester. So it'll be good. It's just going to be a little bit different than how it would have happened had all this stuff not been going on. Here, I don't know, Katie, do you want to just type the details in the chat box for the social?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Yeah, you can move on, Peyton. Okay. Do we have any questions? Anyone can unmute themselves or just type it in the chat box.
I have a question. I'm in the field of construction science. Would that work or no?
Yes, we are open to any major and any classification now. So yeah, construction science, that is fine.
Okay.
What about graduate students? We are undergraduate only. Oh, so we'll get onto that in the next slide. Basically, I don't know if you want to go ahead and just move on to that one, Peyton. We'll still accept questions, but so no application. We have a Google form, which if you scan this QR code, it should link you to that. So just fill out the Google form, and that way we have your emails and we can send you all the Zoom links. Other than that, if the form doesn't work for you, just email us and we will put you on the list to get the information for the Zoom or any other stuff we send out. But once you fill out the Zoom link or the Google form, sorry, you will be put on our membership roster. Any other questions?
So would there be a way for like this to tie into construction science anyway or no?
So basically a lot of our meetings cover just leadership and professional development skills. I think, Max, do you want to kind of talk a little bit more about the topics because you are doing the meetings?
Yeah, and Peyton, if you want to go back to that slide that has the meeting topics on it, that'd be great too. There you go. Yeah, so kind of like Morgan said, really my goal with my committee and the kind of type of meetings that we have and the speakers that come in is really to develop better leaders on campus overall. And I think all of these topics here really don't discriminate by major or career field or anything like that. I mean, these are things that you could ask any recruiter, any employer, anyone, if this is valuable to them, they would say absolutely. I think there's a really big need, especially in the workforce, for stronger leadership from their workers. And I think all of these and the types of speakers that we bring in really hone in on that and show you how it can be used not only just in your career field, but just in your personal life, your personal leadership itself. So if that's something that's worrying you, then I wouldn't be worried about it, just because we do try to craft those to be all inclusive and not just pointed towards certain majors, certain career fields.
Okay, perfect.
When will the meetings be? Max, do you have I guess the first meeting will be on September 15th, I believe. Did you have a time for that, Max?
Most likely it'll be 8 o'clock. That's to accommodate for classes being pushed back and people who may have classes that end around that time, hopefully a little earlier. But it does, just because it starts at 8 and you might not hop on right at 8, that is completely fine. But we're just trying to accommodate the most we can with schedules being all over the place and people being in class till 8 o'clock, being on campus till then as well.
Yeah, and they'll be on Tuesdays. Right now we're still trying to get everything ironed out as far as what days after the 15th. But it will either be every other Tuesday or a little bit time between.
We also have a goal of recording our meetings, kind of similar to how we're recording this, so that we can potentially post those and make that accessible to our members. So if there's ever one that you maybe wouldn't be able to attend in person, or if you're worried about, if timing isn't perfect and maybe missing part of it, the goal is that that would be recorded and accessible to you in some kind of way.
Howdy. I was just wondering, like, were y'all wanting to do like, I know like meetings are still like dates are still up in the air, but were y'all wanting to do like socials on Zoom or something like every week or like every 2 weeks or something like that?
Yeah, do you want to take this one, Katie?
So we had a lot of socials like planned already, but now with all the COVID stuff going on, we're still figuring out little plans. I'll probably just once you fill out that form and we get your email, I'll probably just send out like a little form of like what days would work best for you this week or this week, and go from there and just kind of piece it all together.
And then somebody asked about having a t-shirt with the Full House logo. We are working on merch. I don't know if we will do it this semester. We might push it until the spring, just because there's a lot of restrictions on like SoftSea collecting money and stuff and like putting into our accounts. So that's why we're going dues free, or one of the reasons. But definitely we'll have merch and we have stickers. So eventually when we go in person, we have stickers with the Full House logo to hand out.
If we could offer y'all stuff like that right now, we totally would. It's just these COVID guidelines basically restrict us from even exchanging money with students. So that's one of the reasons why we can't do that. But that's just clarification for that.
Okay, so someone just asked what kind of time commitment there will be. So pretty much this semester it's just meetings, and so that's about an hour, hour and a half every few weeks. And then of course if we get some socials in there. So it would be a very low time commitment in the fall. In the spring, we are hoping that we will have less restrictions and we can do some in-person events with social distancing and all the COVID guidelines followed. So that will be a longer or larger time commitment. But for the fall, it definitely will be very low commitment.
I was looking for the website and I don't seem to be able to find it, your fall TAMU website.
I don't know if you have answered that, Hannah, because you do the website.
Let me go on there right now.
I will say the website is kind of difficult to find just by looking it up because of what we are. We're listed as fall TAMU. And obviously that pulls up a ton of links to our fall, to the Texas A&M fall semester. The best way to find us is probably actually to go to Instagram and search our account, which is fall TAMU, and then go to the link that we have there in our bio.
Yeah, because I do not see it at all. I've probably been searching for 10 minutes.
Yeah, if you just type it in the exact way it's listed on the screen, it pops up because I just did it right now.
Okay.
This is going back to the time commitment thing. We've kind of said that we're focusing mainly on just these meetings in the fall semester because it's unfortunately all we can really do with all of these guidelines being put in place. But these meetings aren't meant to be something that's like considered a huge time commitment for you. It's more of an opportunity for you to hear from some really high energy, high engagement people that know a lot about their field, whether that be leadership development, their specific career field. It's just bringing an opportunity to y'all. I mean, that's kind of what has become the norm for a lot of different companies and businesses nowadays, is offering these Zoom conferences with really high-level people that you might not have gotten to see in person, but now you can do it virtually. So it kind of is a benefit in some ways, and we're hoping to take advantage of that.
Katie, somebody's wondering what flavor the popsicles will be.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna get like an assortment pack. That way y'all can pick your favorite flavor and hopefully we'll have enough.
Yeah, so do we have any other questions?
So do we just look for emails from your group?
Yeah, so we're gonna collect all those email addresses on the form and then probably about a week prior to September 15th, we'll send out some of the Zoom information and kind of get an update on how we're going to run the semester. And we should have more dates ironed out then. I do want to apologize for some of the stuff being up in the air. We just recently found out about a lot of the restrictions, and so we've been having to kind of manage that.
I know you said that it was whatchamacallit, that it was across all majors and everything, but is like in the meetings, do you guys talk mostly about like agriculture and stuff like that, or no?
Yeah, we're housed under the College of Ag and Life Sciences, so a lot of our stuff that I would say a lot of speakers that come in career-wise, they are in the ag and life science industry. But what, like Max said, a lot of the topics can relate to any field, and ag and life science relates to every field in a sense, so that's why we discuss it. But being a construction science major, I think you will get a lot out of these meetings.
Okay.
One thing that I'm looking to do as an outreach chair is also like make sure that we're tying this organization, like the ag and life sciences part of it, to other colleges. So it's not just going to be about like production agriculture. We're going to look at how like the background work of it, how the different majors can play a role in the ag industry, and the ag industry like vice versa. So it's not going to be completely focused like Morgan said. We're going to try to reach out to include everybody.
And I do want to add that I am a BIMS major, and so when I started in FLE, like I still gained a lot out of it, even though I wasn't directly in the agriculture and life sciences department of the college, but I definitely gained a lot, and I feel like we're progressing like better than last year, and I think you'll get a lot out of it too.
And one more tiny thing to add there too. So my major is ag leadership and development, but the major itself actually has nothing to do with ag. It's completely like philosophy, sociology, leadership theory. And I'm in charge of planning meetings. So I definitely have a personal input on making sure that this fits to everybody and not just people who came from a production agriculture background, or just even if you're not even in the College of Ag and Life Sciences, making sure that's relatable to everyone. So that's something that I really take personal pride in, is making sure those majors are accounted for and everything is all inclusive.
So any other questions?
I know you mentioned some kind of form. What form were you talking about?
So the Google form is just for us to get the information to send, like your email and stuff, to send you the meeting information.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah,
All
it's
right, thank you.
basically an application without being an application, because we are open to everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I'm on your Google Sheet or not, and I have no clue.
Yeah, I linked the form in the chat box in case somebody couldn't open the QR code or it wasn't working for some people. So that's a
Okay, got it. Thank
if
you.
there yeah, no problem. If there are no other questions, I just really want to thank y'all for coming out tonight and joining us. We will stick around to answer any other questions if y'all think of it for a few minutes, but y'all are free to go. Just thank y'all again for coming.
Thank you.
Thank y'all so much.
And you guys said that the meetings are an hour and a half, or whatever it is?
Yeah, they're going to be about an hour and a half, just to kind of give us a little bit of run over time, because sometimes the speakers have a lot planned and it's hard to jam into an hour. But I think very rarely will they go up to an hour and a half.
You would be well aware of how long, if it would be an hour and a half, because we have those speakers like form their presentation around a specific time. So we'll tell them you have an hour, you have an hour and a half, and they can't go over that.
Okay, yeah, only because I have a on Tuesdays I have a in-person class that ends at 8 o'clock at in the Innovative Learning Classroom building. So
yeah, and then once again, we're aiming to have our meetings recorded so you can watch them at a later date. We're still ironing out how that's going to work, if it's going to go on the website or a YouTube page. But once we get that figured out around the time of the first meeting, we will let y'all know.
Okay, perfect.
Morgan, you stand so like you sit so incredibly still. Like it's like you're
I
frozen.
do?
Yeah, you're just like so still.
Oh, I don't know. I guess it's all the bad internet connection I had over the summer just taught me.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Okay, I guess we'll just go ahead and end it here if there aren't any other questions. So,
Sorry. So Tuesdays is the only days you guys meet, right?
yeah, it's just Tuesdays for our regular meetings. If we do have any other socials or events, we will let y'all know within a few weeks' notice to go ahead and plan for that. So it may be a different day of the week, but you will be given a heads up.
Okay. What do you? I don't know if you guys covered it or not. What do you guys do at the socials? I guess.
Katie?
So that's still a little bit up in the air, but we're working on doing like a little like it's kind of just where you like get to talk with other people like at A&M. So we were gonna do like ice skating or something. I'm still working out the details with all that, just with everything going on, and just a couple little like fun things, like maybe like movie nights or something like that, just depending. Um, but it's really just like for you just to like kind of go out of your comfort zone and like get to go have fun with your friends and just take a night off from studying and just develop those connections and make friendships.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Okay, so I guess we'll just go ahead and end it here, guys.